It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes
Oh my God.
So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Fields. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rolling to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Here we go, tonight. Right.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Here we go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Here we go, tonight. Go.
To throw is Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Right. Right.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Oh,
And he's into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
The hell is
15 yards
that?
that time, and a Buffalo first. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back
A secret weapon.
more of in the future.
He made it look
He's
easy,
faster
didn't
than
he,
Goosey.
picking up that first
Good.
down? Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping.
Oh,
This guy could be
God.
one of the top backs going forward.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the
Hey,
31.
where you gonna stop front and let me get him?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You don't
This
need him.
drive is pretty clear. Almost
You
feels like
ain't
old
using
school
him.
fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. Looking to throw. Wallace. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out
Thanks for
on
getting
fourth
paid too much
down.
bread
The
to drop
Falcons'
that shit.
defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Now it's Fields. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off play action, Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the
Hell of a
11-yard
blitz.
line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Is that all right?
Fields. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal.
That defense is screaming, bro.
So you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good. So another scoring drive there, Charles. An early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bad taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Hey, hey, check that. Go.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well,
That'll
the
do
home
right
run
there.
hitter in the backfield, guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here we go, sack.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson.
God!
Left sideline.
Oh my God!
All the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 67 yards. And the Bills are on the board here in this
Hold
Super
up.
Bowl.
I gotta go see what the fuck this
Well, that's
is.
a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he had the play set up and then showed that
Fuck
explosiveness
that.
that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he was
He my rookie.
We saw it on that play
Ah,
right there.
yeah.
That one was fun to watch.
Extra point
He
by
must have
Butker
been a
is
while.
on target.
Oh.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Oh.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
That boy
15
Jensen
yards
is
on the play,
shifty.
1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. All right.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Don't jump.
Back to throw. Fields. Being chased out left. And he is into the end
What
zone
fucking
for a
play that
Falcon
was.
touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 29 yards. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Wallace. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Come on. Set. Hurt.
Johnson running left. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
No street. Trap 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is Simpson with a catch. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
19 Tiger. Set. Go.
Looking to throw. Wallace. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full
Good
yard
run,
shy of
Gus.
5. That one goes for
Thanks,
16
bro.
yards. It sets him up first and goal. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the
Get out of
offensive
me.
line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Jacobs pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Right.
Fields now to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Ready? Check up.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They go with Jacobs, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Good fucking defense, bro. Wow.
For it doesn't pan out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Tonight.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
11.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go,
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Tonight.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Extend. Tonight.
Back to throw. Fields. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go, son. Hey, Terry. Alpha. Delta. You got a mini basic. Why not? No mas. All right.
Looking to throw. Fields. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. So out now.
Hell of a defensive sequence there.
And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Let's go now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Across midfield. He's on his way.
Nice freaking run.
Bills touchdown.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Yo, he gonna get at least 2 of the game.
Oh my God.
And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead in this.
Gus is gonna get at least 2 of them shits a game.
Massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt.
That kicker's awareness must bad hot.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the books here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
11.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Good.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 181 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They try the left side with Johnson. To the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Shrugs him off. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And
This is how Super Bowls are supposed to be.
Away from tying up this Super Bowl. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied 4th quarter as it kicks away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up around the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Operating from the gun. Fields. He's got a man. Complete. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Back to throw. Fields fighting to stay upright. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get them a couple. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hup.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35.
Damn, if I had a timeout. Good game, Fred. GG's, niggas.
Good game, bro.
Good game, motherfucker. Got you another Super Bowl. I'll see you next year, niggas.
Hell of a game. Good game, guys.
Hell of a game.
Well, I like how you
Damn.
Good
Stay that
game.
fucking timeout.
that this had to
Yeah.
go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen
Damn.
the improbable before.
It's alright. I made it to the Super Bowl. It's all good.
It's on the back
I played a
end.
tough
It
opponent.
might have gone all the way to the end zone.
Hey, you learn how to pass the ball?
Didn't happen.
You would be
Perhaps next
tough
time.
as fuck.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium and making
Your run game,
presentation
amazing.
of the Lombardi Trophy to a very
Thanks, Fred. I appreciate that coming from you,
On top
bro.
of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions.
Damn. So I gave you a run for your money.
So that'll do
Hell
it for
yeah.
another remarkable
No
season
doubt.
of the NFL
Well, I can respect
on EA
that.
Sports. For my partner,
Good day.
Charles Davis, and our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.
Bro, that damn underneath route was killing you.
Killing me. And I knew he was going to do it. I don't know why he run over there. That's the only thing that was killing me, really.